Hi, my name's Barry Anderson, and I'm the producer, songwriter, guitar player, and singer for the metal band Barren Ruins. And this is video number 15, based on how to earn national and international ranking and win international awards. Now, video number 15 is going to be based on our keyboard player Randall Anderson's approach on some of the tactics, strategies, and techniques he uses to write, play, and record songs. Now, Randall doesn't just play keyboards. He's played bass guitar and guitar in other bands, as well as played trumpet, baritone, and French horn. So that broad base of instrumentation brings a very original and unique approach to how Randall writes and records songs.
Hi, my name is Randall Anderson, keyboard player for the metal band Barren Ruins. Tonight, I would like to kind of go into how I view and write the parts for songs that we have somewhat preconceived a chord progression for the verse and chorus. We generally use the keyboards more for dynamics, colorization, sometimes of a change, really to kind of keep things a little bit more engaging for everyone that is listening. So things don't get too cluttered up, so it doesn't really kind of like muddy up the water, so it comes through a little bit clearer. You may have to drop the third out of the chord. So you basically end up with a root and fifth, which is more like a power chord from a guitar. Generally, I like to start with a power chord, but again, that might be a little bit too much. It might add a lot of clutter to what the other instruments are playing. So generally, I will pull out the third of the chord, so you only end up with a root and a fifth, which is somewhat like a guitar power chord. Sometimes you may only end up with a root of 3 octaves, and sometimes you may just end up with the root note of your left hand and the upper fifth and the upper octave key. If that's not quite enough, you may have to drop in to the fifth on the lower octave. I basically go out of my way to not try to fight for space with the other instruments. I purposely try to stay out of the lower register where the bass guitar and drums are a lot. I also try to stay out of the upper register, which is hard to reproduce. I like to have things as clean, clear, and pure as possible. And maybe that's one reason why I kind of play the way I do. I just played a few things to kind of show people the different type of texture, the colorization, that putting in a note, dropping a note, a different octave, how it might feel and sound. Experimentation with this type of stuff, depending upon which program you used. I showed a piano program and a strings program. Can make a huge difference on what you're playing and what song. Some places it might fit, and some places it may not. I was just trying to show how dropping a note, the third, or just playing root notes, or an upper octave fifth, on different programs. One was a string, one was a piano, the difference that it can actually make. Now, depending upon what program you're using for which particular song, what's going to fit is entirely up to you. But dropping that note or adding the note can really make a huge difference on the way you come through, how you blend with the other instruments, depending upon what they're playing, if they're playing ornate or if you're playing ornate. I just wanted to touch base and show a few things that I've been doing that seems to have been working. Your personal ideas, flavor, taste, whatever programs you want to use, it's entirely up to you. If you have any positive or negative comments, just send them our way. Thanks.